Hello and welcome back to a Hunter video. So this time I'm going to be talking about the first numbers pass that they've done. Now, as we all know, the current changes that we have in the PTR, they were really just mechanic things, basic stuff like that, but they've now actually changed things up and they're actually doing the numbers. So the first passes went through and I'm just going to go over the Hunter, sort of general Hunter stuff. So first thing we're going to talk about is Arcane Shot. Now it now deals 125% ranged weapon damage, which is up from 100%, and had its focus cost increased by 50%. Now, I originally had heard that it was focus cost increased by 50% and damage by 50%, and I was actually a little bit worried that would perhaps make it too potent, so I'm not really too sure what to make of this one actually. Still, it is a buff from live, and that's very good. And it looks like it's not going to make Arcane Shot powerful to the point where you can get by just using that, or, you know, being a bit of a noob and just Arcane Shotting. So that's very good to see, and yeah, fair enough. I like the idea of the focus cost being increased. That means that your decision making actually matters more, so the skilled players who are able to better use their focus will be able to do that. And also, I find a lot of the time as a hunter, especially when you have focus fire on and stuff like that, it's very easy to cap your focus. So this is nice, you'll be able to burn off focus pretty quickly, and if you're not careful you'll use too much focus, and then focus management will hopefully actually be a little bit more of an important thing as playing a hunter, and that's really nice because it brings a little bit more skill and sort of decision making back into the class. Now next up we have Beast Mastery specific things. So Beast Cleave, which is an ability that's activated for 4 seconds after you do a multi-shot, I believe, has had its range increased to 10 yards, up from 8. So this isn't a direct damage increase, however, you know, just depending on the way adds are, I suppose it could be. I'm not really too sure what the Siege of Orgrimmar fights are like in terms of adds, but I don't know, for like Hordon or something, this would always be nice. Another very good thing is the kill command damage has been increased by 15%. The kill command is our most damaging ability. It is awesome, and to have that buff by 15% is really big. Hopefully this will make some really nice changes for us. And it also, once again, is emphasizing that you must use kill command on cooldown, and if you say do an extra arcane shot and you delay your kill command, you're really hurting your DPS. Over the course of a fight you might be able to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra kill commands in. Think of the amount of damage that would do. So yeah, very good. Next up we have Marksmanship. So our aim shot now does 400% ranged weapon damage, up from 350%. I don't play Marksman. I never really enjoyed the class back in Cataclysm, although I did play it exclusively in Wrath when it was the best, at least near the end. So I can't really speak to this change too much, but I do know the Marksmanship has been very weak. It's been weaker than Survival, weaker than Beast Mastery, and there's really just been no reason to use it apart from a few niche PvP things. So perhaps this aim shot increase will help out, you never know. And next up we have Survival. Now this is probably the spec I actually have the most experience with, and I actually think it's a great spec. It's very well, like it's rather simple, but I don't know, just the flow of abilities and stuff, and Lock and Load I think is a fun proc to have. So to that end, Explosive Shot has had its damage increased by 18%. Now they didn't say if this was the initial damage or the tick or whatever, so I'm just going to assume it's everything by 18%. Once again, this is good, and it's good for the same reasons as Kill Command. First of all, we do need that damage increase to be competitive, but second, it means that your Explosive Shot is something you really want to be using on cooldown, and you're punished a little bit more for fucking up, so that's nice. Another interesting thing is that Explosive Shot has had its damage increased by an extra 3% more than Kill Command. Perhaps that will mean that Beast Mastery and Survival are going to be a little bit more even, since perhaps Survival will be getting the larger increase in damage. Especially because Explosive Shot also benefits from Lock and Load, which means that it's really, you know, you can do 2 of them, whereas Kill Command doesn't have any mechanic like that. But it's really interesting to see the Hunter class evolve, and I think it's going to be a far more fun class to play. And I know that streamlining is a really dangerous sort of thing in MMOs, but I think that especially for Beast Mastery, what they've done by removing readiness and, oh, I forgot to say also, the Murder of Crows damage has been increased by 40% to make it better than Blink Strikes. Just going to throw that in. But anyway, streamlining down the readiness mechanic I think is really good, because it wasn't a fun mechanic, it was a clunky mechanic. And I just think without having to worry about needlessly complicated openers, and unless you're using a whole bunch of macros, thumb or, you know, finger gymnastics to actually hit those buttons on time, yeah, it's good. This is good stuff. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you later. Bye.